Welcome to a journey of understanding, hope, and faith. As we gather here today, we are reminded of the profound truth that our presence is not an accident, it is a divine appointment. Each one of us has been led here for a purpose, guided by the loving hand of God. C.S. Lewis, a literary giant and a profound thinker of the Christian faith, has much to teach us about navigating life's challenges, particularly the hidden dangers that lie in our midst, narcissism. In a world where fear often takes the driver's seat, we are called to embrace courage and wisdom. We must confront the realities of our existence, including the challenges posed by narcissistic personalities. Narcissists can disrupt our lives, distort our perceptions, and lead us into despair if we allow their influence to overshadow our faith. But as Lewis reminds us, we are not meant to live in fear, we are called to be bold, brave, and unwavering in our faith. C.S. Lewis famously said, "You come to know that God is a living God because He comes to you." Right here and now, this is a reminder that fear is a thief, a dark shadow that can paralyze us if we allow it to take root in our hearts. In the Bible, the phrase, "fear not," is a recurring theme, appearing over 600 times. From Genesis to Revelation, God reassures us of His presence, urging us to cast aside fear and embrace the life He has designed for us. Fear can be overwhelming. It can trap us in cycles of anxiety and dread, keeping us from stepping into our divine calling. Many biblical figures faced their own fears. Abraham, Moses, Daniel, Peter, and Paul all encountered situations that tested their resolve. Yet, in each case, God's voice echoed through their circumstances, reminding them to fear not. Fear can distort our reality, leading us to focus on problems rather than possibilities. As Job lamented, "The thing I fear the most has come upon me." This truth is stark. When we allow fear to dominate our thoughts, we often manifest the very fears we seek to avoid. Lewis teaches us that when we trust in God, we can face the unknown with courage. We can choose to believe that He has a perfect plan for our lives, even when circumstances appear bleak. In the New Testament, Paul reminds Timothy that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. This powerful declaration offers us a path forward, a call to embrace our God-given strength and the profound love that drives our faith. We must recognize that fear is not of God, it is the enemy's tool to paralyze us. When we feel fear creeping into our lives, we should ask ourselves, where is this fear coming from? Is it a reflection of our past experiences, or is it a distraction from the destiny God has for us? Narcissists thrive in environments of fear and insecurity. Their manipulation can create an atmosphere of doubt, making us question our worth and abilities. They may present themselves as larger than life, feeding on our insecurities to maintain control. But we must not allow their tactics to dictate our lives. Instead, we must stand firm in our identity as beloved children of God, recognizing that we are stronger together. Narcissism is a pervasive issue in our society, manifesting in various forms. It is characterized by an excessive preoccupation with oneself, a lack of empathy for others, and an insatiable need for admiration. These traits can be particularly harmful, as they not only affect the narcissist but also those who are drawn into their orbit. Narcissistic individuals often manipulate their environment to meet their needs. They may project an image of confidence and success, drawing others in with their charm. However, beneath this facade lies a deep-seated insecurity that drives their behavior. They thrive on attention and validation, often at the expense of those around them. Narcissists can create toxic environments, where their needs overshadow the well-being of others. This can lead to a cycle of emotional manipulation, where the victim feels trapped and powerless. Lewis teaches us to recognize these dynamics, urging us to stand firm in our faith and resist the pull of narcissistic influences. Relationships with narcissists can be particularly damaging. They can drain our emotional resources, leaving us feeling depleted and unsure of ourselves. The constant need to validate their feelings can lead us to neglect our own needs, fostering resentment and frustration. In these relationships, we must prioritize our mental and emotional health. It is essential to set boundaries that protect us from manipulation and to seek support from those who uplift us. C.S. Lewis reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. God is always with us, providing strength and guidance as we navigate the complexities of our relationships. As we confront the hidden dangers of narcissism, we are called to cultivate courage and resilience in our lives. In a world where self-centeredness and manipulation can create significant emotional turmoil, we must remember that God does not desire for us to be victims, He wants us to be victors. This call to victory is not just about overcoming the challenges presented by narcissistic individuals, but about embracing our divine identity and recognizing our worth as beloved children of God. The first step in this journey is self-awareness. Understanding the impact of narcissism, whether it manifests in relationships, workplaces, or social circles, allows us to identify unhealthy dynamics before they can deeply affect us. We must acknowledge our feelings and experiences, realizing that they are valid and worthy of respect. This self-acknowledgement lays the foundation for resilience. By affirming our value and identity in Christ, we strengthen our ability to resist manipulation and remain steadfast in our faith. Moreover, cultivating courage means actively asserting our boundaries. Narcissists thrive in environments where boundaries are weak, often taking advantage of the compassionate nature of others. When we clearly communicate our limits and expectations, we reclaim our power and diminish the control that narcissistic influences can exert over us. Boundaries are not only protective measures, they are also acts of faith that demonstrate our trust in God's plan for our lives. Additionally, resilience is built through community. Surrounding ourselves with supportive friends and family who encourage us and affirm our worth can provide a protective shield against the toxic effects of narcissism. In unity, we find strength. Together, we can uplift one another, share our experiences, and develop strategies to navigate the complexities of relationships marked by narcissistic traits. Ultimately, as we stand firm in our identities as children of God, we must remember that our worth is not determined by the opinions of others, especially those who exhibit narcissistic tendencies. Instead, we draw our strength from the unwavering love and acceptance of our Creator, empowering us to rise above challenges and thrive in our divine purpose. Through courage, resilience, and faith, we become victors, living fully in the truth of who we are meant to be. When faced with fear and anxiety, we must choose faith over fear. This does not mean we ignore our feelings. Instead, we acknowledge them and bring them to God. We can pray for strength, wisdom, and the courage to face our challenges head-on. By doing so, we are reminded that we do not fight our battles alone. We can declare, "I am not afraid, for God is with me." This affirmation shifts our focus from our fears to the promises of God. He assures us that He will never leave us nor forsake us. Deuteronomy chapter 31:6. As we lean into our faith, we will find the courage to face the narcissists in our lives and the wisdom to disengage from the toxic influence. One of the most effective ways to counteract the effects of narcissism is to build a supportive network of friends and family. Surrounding ourselves with people who genuinely care for us fosters resilience and strengthens our faith. In these relationships, we find encouragement, understanding, and the affirmation of our worth. Lewis emphasizes the importance of community in his writings. He reminds us that we are not meant to walk this journey alone. By engaging with others, sharing our struggles, and seeking counsel, we can protect ourselves from the damaging effects of narcissism. As we navigate the complexities of life, we must remember that love is our most potent weapon against narcissism. Love empowers us to rise above the negativity and to see others through the lens of compassion. While it may be challenging, we are called to love even those who may hurt us. This does not mean we allow ourselves to be manipulated or abused. Rather, it means we approach these individuals with a heart of understanding and forgiveness. We can acknowledge their pain while also setting healthy boundaries to protect ourselves. C.S. Lewis wrote extensively about the transformative power of love. He believed that love, in its truest form, is a selfless act that seeks the well-being of others. By embodying this love, we can break the cycle of narcissism and create healthier relationships. Forgiveness is a powerful act of love. It frees us from the burden of resentment and allows us to move forward in our lives. When we choose to forgive those who have wronged us, we are not condoning their behavior. Rather, we are releasing ourselves from the chains of their influence. Lewis teaches us that forgiveness is essential for spiritual growth. It allows us to embrace God's grace and mercy, which in turn empowers us to live authentically and fully. When we forgive, we open the door to healing and restoration. Ultimately, our journey toward overcoming the hidden dangers of narcissism is rooted in our trust in God's plan for our lives. He knows our struggles, our pain, and our desires. When we surrender our fears and concerns to Him, we can experience a profound sense of peace. One of the most challenging aspects of faith is waiting for God's timing. We often desire immediate results, but God operates on a different timeline. He sees the bigger picture and knows what is best for us. Lewis encourages us to embrace patience and trust in God's timing. He assures us that even when we feel lost or alone, God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating a plan that aligns with our ultimate good. This promise brings us comfort and strengthens our resolve. As we navigate the complexities of life, we are reminded that we each have a divine purpose. God has equipped us with unique gifts and talents that are meant to shine in the world. When we focus on our purpose, we can rise above the distractions of narcissism and live boldly. By seeking God's guidance, we can discern our path and make choices that align with our calling. Lewis reminds us that when we align ourselves with God's will, we can experience true fulfillment and joy. In conclusion, the journey of faith is one of resilience, courage, and love. As we confront the hidden dangers of narcissism, we are reminded of the power of our faith in God. We are called to live boldly, to trust in His plan, and to embrace the transformative power of love. As we move forward, let us be vigilant in recognizing the influences around us, choosing to engage with those who uplift us and to disengage from those who seek to manipulate us. Let us trust in God's promises, standing firm in our identities as beloved children of God. May we approach each day with courage, casting aside fear and embracing the abundant life that God has designed for us. Together, we will navigate the complexities of life, relying on our faith, our community, and the transformative power of love to lead us toward a brighter future. Thank you for joining this journey today. May God bless you with strength, wisdom, and the unwavering assurance of His love.